for question number 1, evaluate limit x approaches to 1 of x squared plus x minus 2 of 3x minus 3. Okay, first you direct substitution for x is equals to 1. Okay, bila masuk kat sini awak akan dapat 1 squared plus 1, 2 minus 2, so equals to 0. Denominator 3 times 1, 3 minus 3, so we get 0. Okay, so awak akan dapat 0 over 0 lah. Awak kena fikir ada dua method. Okay, kita kena guna factorization method. Okay, kena factorize. Right, so now how to factorize? Limit x approach to 1. Okay, quadratic. Factorize, we get x plus 2 times x minus 1 over denominator. Factorize as 3 times x minus 1. Okay, so simplify, we get limit x approaches to 1 of x plus 2 over 3. Then you substitute x is equals to 1 plus 2 over 3, so we get 1. Okay, then next, number 2, find the value of m if limit x approaches to 0 of m plus 3x over 4 minus 8x is equals to 3. Okay, so you substitute, direct substitution, m plus m plus 3 times 0 over 4 minus 8 times 0, so equals to 3. Then we get m over 4 is equals to 3, so m is equals to 12. Right? Okay, next, number 3. Question number 3, what is the condition for a function to be differentiable at point x is equals to a? Okay, so ini adalah at point ya. So mesti tahu limit from the left must be equals to limit from the right. So limit x approaches to a from the right. Okay, fx minus fa over x minus a must be equal to limit x approaches to a from the left. Okay, fx minus fa over x minus a. Okay, so itulah conditionnya. Okay, next, the basic rules of differentiation below can be used to differentiate fx is equals to x over ex, e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x, etc. Okay, for function fx, okay, x over e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x, so we can differentiate first using product rule, right? Using product rule. How? Okay, that means we can rewrite fx is equals to x, denominator bring up, so we get e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x to the power of negative 1. So we can apply the product rule to find differentiation f prime x. Okay, then next, we also can differentiate fx using quotient. Okay, quotient rule. So how to apply quotient rule? That means numerator, okay, numerator you let as a u. Okay, then denominator we let as v. Then you apply quotient rule lah. Okay, substitute into formula. Thus for the answer, that means we cannot use chain rule. Okay, cannot use so chain rule and constant, right? Constant rule cannot be used to find f prime x above. Okay, next. Okay, question number 5. What is the stationary points for the curve x cubed plus 3x squared minus 24x, and determine their nature? Okay, so first we let fx as x cubed plus 3x squared minus 24x. So f prime x is 3x squared plus 6x minus 24. Okay, the question asks to find stationary points. That means you must find critical values when f prime x is equals to 0. So 3x squared plus 6x minus 24 is equals to 0. So factorize, we get 3 times x squared plus 2x minus 8. Then you factorize, we get 3 times x plus 4 times x minus 2 is equals to 0. Then we have two critical values, x equals to -4 and x is equals to 2. Okay, then when you substitute x is equals to -4 to find the values of fx, right? So f -4 is equals to -4 cube plus 3 times -4 squared minus 24 times 24. So we get 18. Okay, and then when x is equals to 2, so f2 is equals to 2 cube plus 3 times 2 squared minus 2 times minus 24 times 2. So we get -28. Thus, we can say that the stationary points are -4, 18 and 2, -28. Okay, then next to determine their nature. Okay, that means either for a maximum or minimum point from the stationary points that we get just now. Okay, so how to determine maximum or minimum? We use the second derivative test. Okay, second derivative test, f double prime is equals to 6x plus 6. Then you substitute for values of x, -4, 6 times -4 plus 6, so we get -18 less than 0. That means when f double prime x less than 0, so it occur a maximum point. Okay, when f double prime, right? Okay, f double prime x is equals to 2. So we get 6 times 2 plus 6 equals to 18 positive. That means minimum point. Thus, we write the conclusion. Thus, a point Okay, point -4, 80 is a maximum point, and point 2, -28 is a minimum point. Okay. Next, question number 6. Okay. Find the relative minimum point of fx is 3x power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 1. Okay. For fx, 3x power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 1, you find the first derivative, 12x cubed minus 12x squared. Okay, when f prime x is equals to 0, okay, so we get the values of x. You factorize x minus 1 is equals to 0, so we get x is 0, x is equals to 1. Okay, we have two critical values of x. Then using first derivative test to determine a minimum point, okay, from two values of x, okay, you form a table. Ini first derivative test. Okay, so ada dua value untuk x tadi, mesti ada 3 kolom lah. Okay, 3 kolom, x equals to 0 or x is equals to 1 kat sini, 1 0 1 1. Okay, interval negative infinity to 0, 0 to 1, and then here is 1 to infinity. Okay, put the test value between the interval negative infinity to 0, negative 1, here is half, here is 2. Okay, and then here is f prime x. Okay, f prime x is ini negative, negative and positive. Then the conclusion, okay, so conclusion is here is decrease, decrease and increasing. Okay, then from the table we can see that, okay, at x is equals to 1, it occur a minimum point because the sign changed to from negative to positive. Okay, so relative minimum occur at x equals to 1. Then to find minimum point, okay, to find minimum point, that means you substitute x is equals to 1 into fx. Okay, so 1 cube plus 3 times 1 squared minus 2 times 1. So we get 0. Thus, okay, relative minimum point is 1, 0. Okay.